quick message to my French viewers. Yo, salut tout le monde, ici Monstep. Donc, juste pour vous prévenir que à partir de maintenant, mes vidéos seront sous-titrées en français. Peut-être pas toutes mes vidéos. Je prends par exemple mes vidéos qui durent plus d'une demi-heure. Ça me demandera trop de travail au niveau du montage. Donc, quelqu'un m'avait demandé si c'était possible que je fasse mes vidéos en français. Je le veux bien, mais c'est juste que la majorité de ma communauté est anglophone, ou soit ne parle même pas anglais ni français. Donc, imaginez-vous la galère pour eux pour comprendre. Donc voilà, c'est assez compliqué pour moi, mais j'essaie de faire de mon mieux. Du coup, je vais faire ça. Je mettrai des sous-titres en français. Et c'est tout. Bonne vidéo. Hey, what is going on, guys? Monstep here. And today I'm going to show you 3 different ways to make a sidechain. Now, I know that sounds really basic, but who knows? Maybe you will learn something new out of this.
Are you sure about that?
So, if you never heard about sidechaining before, according to Google, a compressor with a sidechain input control gain from main input to output, blah blah blah, boring. So I have an audio example here, as always. So let me play it without it. And now with it. So you can actually feel your drums a lot more, and also the rhythm of the song. So it's a very important element for EDM songs. So obviously what the sidechain does, it ducks the audio volume of your instrument whenever the kick and the snare hits. You also avoiding overlaps of the low frequencies of the kick and the sub or the basses. So for the first method, this one is really common. A lot of people know about it, and it's by using an emulated LFO envelope, such as LFO Tools, Kickstart, or even Sharperbox, and so much more. But if you don't have any of those, don't worry. We're going to use a stock plugins from FL Studio, which is Grossbeat. So before to continue, make sure to have assigned everything into your mixer. And now, let's just select an empty mixer channel, press F2 to rename it, and name it Sidechain. You can also press many times F2 to randomly change the color, so it will be much easier for you to spot it. And you can also right click and dock to left or right, doesn't matter. So now it will always appear here if I move. Okay, we can now load Grossbeat into the sidechain channel. So Grossbeat, and if you go down here, you have a sidechain preset or pattern or tab. I don't even know the name of this thing. So click on it, and now if I play, nothing gonna happen because we haven't route anything to it yet. So in my case, I want to sidechain my chord here and my sub. So let's go ahead and select them. You can hold Control and slide your left click over them to highlight them. Now underneath the sidechain channel, you have an arrow pointing up, so you can right click and choose route to this track only, or you can simply hold Control plus left click. There you go. And now let's play it. So the sidechain is pretty strong right now. What you can do is just to use the tension knob. It's kind of like controlling the strength of the sidechain. of the sidechain. And if you want more sidechain preset, you can right click here and select repeater. Now you have 2 more sidechain. And you can mess around with the envelope. The only thing about it is you cannot retrigger it except for LFO Tools. I know it's possible to do that in LFO Tools, and you cannot change, or I don't know if it's possible to change the speed of the envelope, so you have to make your own and then save it as a preset. So you go here and save as preset. So this technique doesn't work for all of music genre. Let's say I want to make a dubstep track. In dubstep track you have a lot of drums variation. If you use this method, the sidechain won't be synchronized to the drums. So that brought me to the second method. So I just changed the drums and made some dubstep drums. And now for the sidechain, same settings as earlier, but it's instead having my kick and clap, I have a kick and a snare here. And into the sidechain channel, instead of using gross beat, we're going to use two compressors. This method is actually the first one that I learned several years ago. So I'm using the Fruity limiter for that. As you can see here, you have a comp tab, so click on it. And now you have a sidechain box. So if you right click, it says none because we need to route our kick and snare to both compressors. So let's do that. So same as earlier, you can highlight them. Then underneath the sidechain channel, right click and choose sidechain to this track. Not sidechain to this track only, otherwise you won't be able to hear your kick and snare anymore. So make sure to select this one. Now we need to route the instrument we want. Now we need to route the instrument we want to sidechain. So for me it's the same, the chord progression and the sub. Hold Control plus left click, and there we go. Go back to the sidechain channel. Open up one of the compressor, and now right click here on the sidechain. Now right click in the sidechain box and choose kick or snare, doesn't matter. So kick for myself, and the second one is going to be for the snare. Now to actually turn on the sidechain, you have to turn down the threshold and turn up the ratio, or instead of using the ratio, you can also use the knee. So let's do that. Turn this bad boy down and this one up. Do the same for both. You don't need to copy exactly the same setting as me. Just do it by your ears and your preferences. You can also change the release if the sidechain is too long for you. And of course you can use any compressor you want as soon as you know how to work with it, then there's no problem for me. Now for the third and final method is my favorite, and I will explain you why it's my favorite method. So instead of re-triggering the sidechain with the kick and the snare, we're going to use a MIDI clip to do that. So let's open a new pattern, and then I am going to use 3x oscillator for that. Now select a saw wave and get rid of the second and third oscillator. We don't need them. So you can turn completely down the volume of it. I'm just going to rename it by sidechain. I have the same color as my drums pattern. There we go. Now put it into the mixer. Now you need to route to the sidechain channel. So right click and choose sidechain to this track only this time. And in the sidechain channel, let's load again a compressor, but only one. Click on the comp tab, right click here and choose sidechain. Same as earlier, turn down the threshold and turn up the ratio. Now into your pattern, you need to put some notes. So let's open up the piano roll. And now your goal here will be to just follow your drums. So I have a kick here, a snare here, a kick here, another kick and another snare here. There you go. Now copy this one. And of course, don't forget to route your instrument you want to sidechain to the sidechain channel. Now let's play it. So if you choose a sidechain to this track, the first one, you will have this. And obviously you don't want to have the saw wave playing in the background. So that's why make sure to choose sidechain to this track only. Now the thing that I like about it is you can be much precise for the sidechain, because if you increase or reduce the notes, it will also affect the sidechain. So for example, here I have a kick and a snare very close to each other. So what I can do is to reduce this note, the sidechain for the kick. Or I can also increase it. And yeah, that's it for today's tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, of course, let it down in the comment section and I will try to help you if I can. See you into the next one, guys. Peace.